Hi, this is Human Essence, and on today's video, I'm going to be speaking a little bit about the current trial of Chad Daybell and the people who had been surrounding him prior to the trial. It would seem that based on some of the testimony of Chad's sister-in-law, Heather, that Chad was kind of not doing as well in life as some of his siblings who were quite successful. And by the time he had become the person who was telling people about their past probations and using an owl as a pendulum, he had a certain amount of authority and status which he hadn't quite achieved earlier in life. If you also look at Lori Vallow, the area of life where people unfortunately judge many women is with regard to their marriages, their parenting, etc. And it seems as though Lori Vallow's life prior to her involvement with Chad Daybell had been one of chaos, in that she'd been married and divorced many times, and all of the divorces were chaotic. So she'd married young and had to be rescued from that. She'd married Joe Riley and had to have her brother intervene in that marriage and battling for custody. And so it goes on to the point where I think that the marriage to Charles Vallow may have been in danger just from the fact that Lori had been, not on the same page as him, because she was so involved in even reading the books she was reading before she met Chad Daybell, but that may have created some kind of distance in the couple. So she was not doing as well as she could have been doing. We see also that there's peripheral characters who also seem to have been struggling. We hear accounts of Julie Rowe, who was apparently diagnosed with a mental health condition and was not taking medication. So these were people who may have struggled or may have faced judgment from others, or felt like maybe they weren't keeping up. And rather than accepting who they were and what was going on with their lives, they had this means of becoming instantly high status. In other words, all of that's gone before doesn't matter because we have these special gifts. We can see other realms. We can give other people information, and we have a following also of people who were maybe going through transitions or something else was going on in their lives. You hear many stories of people who just had a baby and they're postpartum, or just had a move, or something else is going on in their lives that led them open to this indoctrination. So I think that this was an instant way of bypassing any doubts about themselves and just becoming the best, really special and better than others. And that is so sad. And we can learn something from this. The message is perhaps of self-acceptance and being okay to be ordinary. Thanks for listening. Then again, maybe not. Celebrate uncertainty.